investing in your faith has the best return. I'm Amy from the Lakes, and today we're taking a look at 1 Timothy chapter 4. And I'd encourage you to read the entire chapter. Today we're looking at verses 7 and 8. You know, we spend a lot of our lives talking about investments and retirement and what you should invest in, whether you should invest in the stock market or real estate or gold or whatever. And to be really frank, our investments aren't really paying off that well right now as the stock market has taken a huge hit. So what can we invest in that won't fall and rise with the stock market? Well, here we can check it out in 1 Timothy. In verse 7, it says this: "Have nothing to do with godless myths and old wives' tales. Rather, train yourself to be godly." Verse 8, "For physical training is of some value, but godliness has value for all things, holding promise for both the present life and the life to come." I just think that's fantastic. Holding promise for both this life and the life to come. When you invest in godliness, when you invest in your faith, man, you get a return now and for all of eternity. So Paul here is reminding Timothy that he has to train himself in this department. Godliness, faithfulness, it doesn't just happen accidentally. It has to be intentionally invested in. You know, we understand how to invest in the stock market for the most part, or how to invest our money, or how to save for retirement, right? We have to work hard, we have to save money, we have to be disciplined. We get that. And, you know, if somebody told us, you really need to invest in your health, we would know what we need to do, right? We need to make healthier eating choices. We need to eat right, exercise, take care of our body. We get that. But when Paul here says to Timothy, invest in godliness, train yourself in godliness, do we know what that looks like? I think it starts, right? We know the basics. Read the Word of God, to pray, to gather with other believers. We understand the basics of that, right? Here's where I want to encourage you to dig a little deeper, to train a little extra hard. Paul starts here by saying, don't follow the godless myths and the old wives' tales, but rather train yourself in godliness. I think he's trying to remind Timothy that what you believe, your doctrine, is really important. And so I want to say to you today, take the challenge, test your beliefs against the Word of God. Do they hold true? And let the Word of God transform your life. Your investment in godliness, in faith, will always prove a good return. That's all I have for you today. Signing off from the Lakes.